Mm-hmm. And we welcome you to Memorial Stadium in Baltimore, where tonight the Stratomatic All-Time League, where we play for the fun and not for the owners. It is the 1970 Baltimore Orioles, coming with a record of 3 wins and 2 losses, taking on the 2005 Chicago White Sox with the same record of 3 wins and 2 losses. This is the third game, the rubber match between three. They have split the first 2, and this will be the battle between the number 1 starters. Mark Burley, the left-hander, takes on Jim Palmer, coming off a 1-hitter in his first start for the Orioles. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is your Sports Time Machine for an all-time Stratomatic game of the night. And we'll bring you some exciting action. After this, we'll probably, on the same schedule, we'll probably have the Chicago Cubs of 2016 visit the Polo Grounds to take on the 1954 New York Giants. Again, in your division leaders, the New York Yankees of 1998 are undefeated at 5-0, while the Cleveland Indians of 1920 are 4-1 in the Central. In the AL West, the surprising Texas Rangers are 5-0. In the National League, it is the Washington Nationals 3-2, 1 game better than the 80 Phillies. The Chicago Cubs are 4-1, 1 game better than the Reds. The San Diego Padres, surprising in the NL West, 4-1. They are in a literal tie with the 2001 Arizona Diamondbacks. We're about ready for some baseball. Let's kind of give you some standings and some totals so far in the league. The Texas Rangers lead the majors with a .345 average, 177 at-bats. They have 61 hits. The teams that we're using today, the Chicago White Sox are top 10 in hitting at .266. .256 is your league lead. The Baltimore Orioles are 257. It's right at the top. The Chicago White Sox are middle ground in ERA. They're at 3.32, which I believe should be record-wise, should be not in that same area. Let's take a look. League ERA is 4.22, so the White Sox are right there in the top of that division. The Baltimore Orioles come in usually one of the pitching staffs in baseball is at 3.30, so both are right in the top 10 in hitting so far. If you're wondering who's leading the league in hitting in this early year, Davey Johnson leads the majors, I guess, in this, with a .556 average, followed by Brad Fulmer of the Angels, Jeter of the Yankees hitting .500, Napoli of the Rangers hitting .500, Michael Young of the Rangers hitting .500. So the Rangers are really smacking the ball. The leading hitter in the National League is Greg Counsell. He's hitting .450. Again, this is only through about 5 or 6 games. The home runs, Mike Napoli has 4. Napoli has 11 RBI. So Napoli is enjoying a career year for the Rangers. Welcome aboard, ladies and gentlemen, to Memorial Stadium. We'll get this underway as soon as possible. Let's go over this. Let's go over your defensive lineup for these Orioles. It will be Paul Blair in left. Merv Ruttman gets the start versus the lefty. He's in center. And Frank Robinson is in right. Robinson and Brooks Robinson at third. Belanger at short. Johnson at second. And Powell at first. Hendricks behind the plate. And the pitcher is Jim Palmer. He's coming off a 1-hitter. 9 innings, 1 hit, 2 walks, 6 strikeout. His only hit was a home run he gave up. And for the Chicago White Sox, it'll be Mark Burley. This is the lineup he'll face. Scotty Pod, Scotty Pasetic in left, leading off, followed by Gucci. At second, Konerko at first, Dye in right, Everett is your DH, Rowland in center, Creedy at third, Persinski behind the plate, and Uribe at short. We're playing Stratomatic Super Advance with some of the Super Advance turned off, like there's no ballpark signals since there's a bunch of teams still without Super Advanced cards. So there's no clutch, nothing like that, but we are using advanced stealing with super advanced fielding. So here we go. Scotty Pods leads off. He's 3 for 4 on the year. Hasn't played much in the first week of the season. I kind of made some lineup and team adjustments. Notice that trades were not made initially, so some of these teams have added some really nice players to the lineup. Hendricks behind the plate for Palmer. Palmer looks in. Here's the pitch to Pasednik. And that's going to be a 4-10 ground ball to third. That's Brooks Robinson. He comes up and throws him out one away. Of course, I'll be playing as the home team, less specified, and I'll be as the Baltimore Orioles today. Here is a Gucci. He's hitting 227, 22 at-bats, a double, 4 ribbies, right-handed batter. Palmer looks in. Here's a sign-in pitch to Hendricks. 3-5, a base hit for Gucci. First base of the ball game for the Sox. And here's Paulie Konerko hitting 250, 20 at-bats, a home run, 5 RBIs. Hendricks sets the sign in. Palmer working from the stretch. Runner on first and 1 out. Here's the pitch to Konerko. And that is going to be a 3-7. That's a double 1-3. Ruttman's there, running in, makes the catch, and there's 2 outs. So that is 2 outs here in the first. Make sure looks like I'm online here. Oh, we got some people in here. Here's Jermaine Dye, 273, 2 homers, 4 RBIs, 2 outs in the first. Higuchi at first. Hendricks sets the sign. Palmer working from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Dye. 4-10 ground ball to third. Brooks Robinson, 1-E-18. Fields and off his arm. Robinson cannot make the play. And that's going to be 2 on. So the White Sox inning has been extended. And here is Carl Everett hitting 238, 1 RBI. So 2 on, 2 outs now. So Palmer trying to get out of this inning as Brooks Robinson has extended it with an E5. Hendricks puts down the sign for him. Palmer looks in from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Everett. And that's going to be a 5-11 ground ball second. Johnson's a 2-E8. Should be easy and makes the play in the inning. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error, 2 left. 1 half inning of play. Here come the Orioles. Here's your designated hitter, Merv. Actually, it's Don Buford again, the shot idea. Again, that's where some of these, when they made the lineups, they put sometimes their best player at DH, which didn't make sense. Buford's a better defender than Ruttman, but it kind of works out the same. They have Blair and left in this one, so again, it might be something to adjust. Buford leading off, he's hitting 118 only, 17 at-bats, a double, 2 ribbies. He'll get the start against Burley, who's 1-0, 4.76 ERA. His first start was 6 innings, 6 hits, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts. He gave up a home run. It's Pasednik, Rowland, and Dye. That's a 2-1-3. Creedy and Uribe, that's a 2-2. Gucci and Konerko's a 2-3. Persinski's a 4-E0 with a +1 arm. Here's Burley, who's a 2-E12 with a -5. Persinski sets the target. Don Buford sets in the switch hitter. Here's the pitch. And there's a 5-6 and struck him out. Big slider by Burley and 1 away. And here is Mark Belanger. So Belanger sets out. He's hitting 263 in RBI. Persinski sets in. Burley from the windup. Here's the pitch to Belanger. 5-9, and Belanger gets the job done. Our big base hit in the left field. Here is Boog Powell hitting 250, double, and 4 ribbies. Persinski sets in the target. Belanger at first, not much of a threat to steal. Burley from the stretch and the pitch. And that's a 2-7-6 in our field for Boog Powell. Belanger will hold that second, and there's 2 on and 1 out. And here's Frank Robinson. Slumping a bit, 18 at-bats, 2 doubles, and nothing across. 167, 4 walks, 6 Ks. Persinski sets the target. Burley in a little trouble. 2 on, 1 out. Pitch to Frank Robbins. Ground ball, double play. Uribe, a Gucci to Canerco. Turns 2. No runs on 1 hit. No runs on 2 hits. And nobody left at the end of 1. We got no score here at Memorial Stadium. So top of the second here, it'll be Aaron Rowland, followed by Joe Creedy and A.J. Persinski. Hendricks sets down the sign. Palmer looks in. Here's the pitch to Rowland. 3-8 line drive in the gap. Blair's going to have to go get it. It's up against the wall. Rowland in the second with a stand-up double. Second of the ball game for the Sox. They got 2. And here's Joe Creedy hitting 263 with an RBI. So Palmer now looking in. Hendricks puts down the sign. Palmer again working from the stretch. He's having a little more difficult than he did in game 1. Here's the pitch to Creedy, and that's a 1-7 fly ball to center. Ruttman's there, makes the catch, and there's 1 away. Here's A.J. Persinski hitting 200, 15 at-bats and an RBI. Hendricks sets the target. Palmer working from the stretch. Rowland gets a chance to lead off second with a good sizable lead. Here's a pitch to A.J. 1-5 single 1-7 goes through for a base hit. Rowland will go to third. Just gets to pass Belanger and Johnson. The ball had some eyes. First and third, 1 down. The second, here's Jose Uribe hitting 294, 2 homers and 5 RBIs. He's had a good power surge first week of the season. The Orioles will play the corners in. Robinson and Powell in on the grass. Belanger and Johnson back looking for 2. Hendricks sets in the target. Palmer working from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Uribe. 5-4 fly ball center. Ruttman 3-9. Let's see if he gets it. He does. I'm trying to make a strong throw, but I believe it's going to score Rowland. Here comes Ruttman, and the throw not in time. Scores a run. RBI for Uribe. White Sox lead 1-0. Here's Scotty Pasednik, 0 for 1. Hendricks goes out and talks to Palmer, sets in the target. Palmer from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Scotty Pods. 5-7 struck him out. Big strikeout for Palmer. 1-0. White Sox, we go to the bottom of the second. It's going to be Ruttman, Blair, and Robinson. Of course, Ruttman, notorious hitter against left-handed pitching. He's been up 7 times without a base hit. Persinski sets the target. Burley looks in. Here's the pitch to Ruttman. And that's a 3-7 fly ball left field. He may have swung at ball 4, but Sednick is there, makes the catch. Here's Paul Blair. Blair, 320 at-bats, 2 homers, 3 RBIs, having a great. He's got some power so far in this 70s season. Persinski sets the target. Burley looks in. Here's the big windup and pitch to Blair. And that's going to be a 1-6 and draws the walk. So runner on first and 1 out. Here is Brooks Robinson. 118 double and a ribby. Robinson struggling with the bat. Persinski sets in the target. Burley again working from the stretch. Run on first and 1 out. Here's the pitch to Brooks. 2-7 pop the first. Canerco there makes the catch and Blair holds. So with 2 outs, here's Davey Johnson, one of the surprises so far this season. 18 at-bats, a double. Home run, 5 ribbies. Persinski sets in the target. Burley working from the stretch. Runner on first and 2 outs. Here's the pitch to Davey. 5-3 ground ball to first. That is Canerco. He's a 4. He was holding him on, but a nice play by Canerco. Gets back, throws to the Burley with a nice play. Nothing across for the Orioles. We go to the top of the third. 1-0 Sox. 1-0 Sox, top of the third. This is the Stratomatic All-Time League, a team represented with each franchise in the Stratomatic PC universe. Here is a Gucci, followed by Canerco and Dye. Top of the third. Hendricks sets the target. Palmer now looks in. A Gucci 1 for 1. Here's the pitch. 6-6. Another base hit for Gucci. This time it's in the gap. That's a double, and Gucci's on at second with a double. So Gucci has 2 hits, and Palmer again has to deal with again has to deal with the runner in scoring position. Here is Konerko. He's 0 for 1, flied out, dangerous hitter, 238, 40 bombs on the regular season. This White Sox team defeated the Astros 4-love to win the World Series, while the Orioles defeated the Reds in 5, thanks to Brooks Robinson's heroics. Hendricks puts down the sign, Palmer working from the stretch, runner on second, no out, pitch to Konerko. And that's going to be a 3-5 ball center. Ruttman's there, comes in under it. Boy, he's got an arm, and a Gucci will have to hold. Here's Jermaine Dye, reached on air by Brooks Robinson's first time up. Top of the third, 1 out. Hendricks puts down the sign for him. Palmer from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Dye. 6-2. That's going to be a fly ball deep to left field. Way back goes Blair. Looks up. Way gone. Oh, my. Home run, Jermaine Dye. Third home run of the season. And these 0-5 White Sox have taken a 3-0 lead. So Jim Palmer not enjoying the same success he did with his one hitter in game 1. Now trails by 3. Here's Carl Everett. So Hendricks puts down the sign. Palmer struggling here. Here's the pitch to Everett. That's a 4-9 fly ball to center. Ruttman's there, makes the catch, and there's 2 outs. Here's Aaron Rowland. Hendricks puts down the sign for him and pats the glove. Palmer looks in, and here's the big pitch to Rowland. Rowland, a 2-9 ground ball to second. Johnson throws him out. The White Sox add 2. Back go to the bottom of the third. It's 3-0 White Sox. Bottom of the third, everything going right so far. Here is Rod Hendricks to end, then Don Buford and Mark Belanger. Elliott a batter. He's a hitter, he bats left-handed. Persinski sets in the target. Burley looks in. Here's the windup. Give Burley a 3-run advantage. Ground ball to first. Konerko's got it. Takes it to the bag himself. 1 away. Here's Don Buford, 0 for 1. Persinski sets in the target for him. Burley with the big windup and deals to Buford. 6-5 ground ball to short. That is Uribe. 2-18 throws, got 2 away. So that's a big play for Uribe, keeping Buford off. Here's Belanger. 1 for 1, won the 2 lone hits for the Orioles so far. Persinski sets down the target, and Burley looks in. Here is the windup to Belanger. 6-7 ground ball second. That is going to be a Gucci. Makes the play. Got him. 3 up, 3 down for the Orioles. We played 3. It's all White Sox early here. 3-0 Chicago. Teams coming in 3-2. Both teams split the first 2 games of the series with the ones going. 5-man rotation. So you see the 1, 2, 3. Then usually goes back to 4, 5, and 1. So the next series for these teams would most likely be their second, third, and fourth starters. Hendricks puts down the sign. Palmer looks in. Here's the pitch to Creedy. And that's a 6-9 and a walk. Oh, Palmer is just kind of all over the place today. Creedy's on, nobody out. Here's AJ. Single his first time up. Hendricks puts down the sign for him. Palmer from the stretch. Palmer kind of just going through motions. 1-7 single. Center field for AJ. He's 2 for 2. 2 on, nobody out. And here's Uribe. Sacrifice fly RBI's first time up. 2 on, nobody out. White Sox a chance to end the day for Palmer quite quick. Hendricks puts down the sign for him. Palmer looks in. 2 on, 2 out. Pitch to Uribe. 5-6 struck him out. Big strikeout for Big Jim. Here's Scotty Pods. He's 0 for 2. He's grounded out and struck out. He's 3 for 6 so far on the early season. Hendricks puts down the sign and taps the glove. Palmer working from the stretch. 2 on and 1 out. Pitch to Pasednik. 5-11 ground ball second. See if Johnson can turn 2 and get out of this. No, he cannot make a play. Oh, he couldn't make the play to the right side. Creedy will go to third. He'll stay there. White Sox load the bases with 1 out and brings on the tough Aguchi, who's had 2 hits in a ball game for the first 3 innings. He bats here 1 out in the 4th. White Sox a chance to maybe blow this open against Palmer. But remember, Palmer has that notorious, he hits one right now. I've seen everything. I don't believe Palmer ever gave up a grand slam before. Hendricks puts down the sign. Palmer from the stretch. Bases loaded, one out. Here's the pitch to Gucci. That's a 5-3 ground ball back to Palmer, and he gets the man at the plate. Nicely done. So no runner scored. They get the man at the plate. So the bases remain loaded, but for a very dangerous Paul Konerko, who can definitely put the end of the myth of Palmer never giving up a grand slam. Konerko struggling 0 for 2, 22 at-bats, has a homer, 5 ribbies, hitting .227. Hendricks puts down the sign. Palmer trying to get out of a huge jam here in the fourth. Here's the pitch to Paulie. 3-4 ground ball to short, Belanger to Johnson, and they leave him loaded. So Palmer gets an extra life as a cat. We go to the bottom of the fourth. Chicago leads 3-0. Remember that. That could be a key play in this ball game. Last of the fourth coming up. Here is Boog Powell, followed by Frank Robinson, and then Merv Ruttman against Mark Burley, who has been in cruise control so far. 3 innings, only giving up 2 hits. Persinski puts down the sign. Burley looks in. Here's the pitch to Powell, and that's a 3-2 ground ball back to Burley. Oh, hard hit, but Burley's got it. Turns around, throws to Konerko. Out number 1. Here's Frank Robinson, 0 for 1. Grounded out to double plays first time up. Persinski sets in the target for him. Burley looks in. Here's the wind up to Frank Robinson. 4-7 and struck him out. 2 outs in the fourth. Here's Merv Ruttman. Flied out his first time up. Persinski puts down the target for him. Burley looks in. A big wind up to Ruttman. And that's a 5-7 5-ball center. Burley will have a 1-2-3 inning. We go to the fifth. Still 3-0 Sox. So 3 runs so far in the ball game. 3 runs on 7 hits, while the Orioles, no runs, 2 hits, and 1 error. Here's Jermaine Lever let die. Big 2-run homer back in the third inning. Hendrickson sets down, puts down the target. Palmer with the big wide up and huge kick. 2-4 walked him, so dies on base. Palmer again walking around landmines today. He's given up 8 hits, 4 walks, but today he's given up 7 hits, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts, and that home run. So here's Hendricks, sets the target here. Palmer working out from the stretch again. Runner on first and nobody out. Here's the pitch to Everett. 5-6, ground ball short. Let's see, Belanger can turn 2. No, he cannot. Oh, he almost could have made the error, but Belanger came up, throws the runner out. Oh, runner held effect, and that's a base hit. First and third, nobody out, and Palmer got hit hard with that one. Oh, what a tough break for Palmer. So now here's Aaron Rowland. He had a double back in the second. A huge chance for Rowland to add to this. Rowland steps up. First and third, nobody out. Sox 9-3. Can Palmer dodge another bullet? Rowland 1 for 2, hitting .318. Solid year so far. 22 at-bats with 4 doubles and a homer. Hendricks sets in the target. Palmer from the stretch. First and third, nobody out. Here's the pitch to Rowland. Rowland to Fajed inside. And Palmer, and the bases are loaded, and nobody out for Creedy. So Creedy's up, bases loaded, nobody out. And again, the White Sox a huge chance to put Palmer away. So Palmer reaching back from the stretch here. Hendricks goes out and talks to him. Weaver knows maybe one swing and this could be over. Hendricks sets in the target. Palmer working from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Creedy. Creedy on a 3-11 single right field. Die scores. Everett will try to score. 1-13, and he's thrown out of the plate. Good throw by Frank Robinson. So nice play there. Creedy will take second on the throw. It's 4-0 White Sox. Second and third and 1 out. Here's Persinski's 2 for 2 so far. Oriole bullpen is up in earnest. Hendricks sets in the target. Palmer working from the stretch. Here's the pitch to AJ. 1-8 pop to first. Powell there makes the catch, and there's 2 big outs. Here's Uribe. 0 for 1 RBI so far. White Sox controlling this one. 4-0, 2 outs in the fifth. Hendricks puts in the target here. Palmer working from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Uribe. Two knock back to Palmer, gets it, throws him out, and again the Orioles strand a bunch. They only get one. We go to the bottom of the fifth. Orioles somewhat still in this game, 4-0 White Sox. It'll be Blair, followed by Robinson and Johnson. Burley has been almost unhittable, 2 hits through 4. Persinski sets down the target. Burley from the lineup here is the pitch to Blair. That's a 3 ground ball to third. Creedy's got it. 2E13 throws him out, 1 away. Oh, White Sox defense stellar today. Here is Brooks Robinson. He's 0 for 1. Persinski sets him down the target now. Burley looks in. Here's the windup to Brooks. 5-10, 5 ball shallow. Rowland there makes the catch, and that's 2 outs in the fifth. Davey Johnson, the batter. Johnson now, after the out last time, he grounded out back in the second. Burley has been almost unhittable. 2 hits through 4 and 2/3. Persinski sets down the target. Burley with the windup. Here's the pitch to Davey Johnson. 3-9 and 2-9 ground ball to short. Easy play. Throws them out. And Mark Burley has gone 2 hits through 5. Let's take a look at our scoreboard and see how we got here. White Sox have 1 in the second, 2 in the third, and 1 in the fifth. Lead this game by a score of 4-0. White Sox 4 runs on 9 hits. The Orioles no runs on 2 hits. The White Sox have left 8 on base. Kind of remember that if something was to happen. Orioles only left 2 on base. White Sox have turned the only double play. Brooks Robinson with the only error. Gucci and Rowland with doubles, while Jermaine Dye had a big homer, and that was back in the 3rd inning. So far, big hitters in the ballgame: Gucci and Persinski with 2 hits apiece, while the Orioles have gotten lone hits from Belanger and Powell. Burley, 5 innings, 2 hits, and 1 walk and 2 strikeouts. Palmer been all over the place. 5 innings, 9 hits, 4 runs, both of them earned, 2 walks and 2 strikeouts. Let's head to the 6th. 4-4, 9-0 for the Sox, while 0-2-1 for the Birds. On the 6th, here in Memorial Stadium. Here is Scotty Posednik, 1 for 3. Hendricks puts down the sign for him. Palmer looks in. Here's the pitch to Posednik. 5-8, 5 ball right field. Robinson there makes the catch, 1 out in the 6th. Here's Gucci, 2 for 3 of the double. Hendricks puts down the sign. Palmer looks in, a big leg kick to Gucci. 2-6 space hit a Gucci. He's 3 for 4. Holy cow. Here's Canerco. He's 0 for 3. Boy, he's kind of struggled a bit leaving men on base. Hendricks puts down the sign for him. Palmer again working from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Canerco. Canerco on a 2-4 deep fly left field. Blair gone. You can put it on the board. Yes, home run, Paul Canerco. It's 6-0 Sox. 2-run homer, Canerco. And now here's Jermaine Dye with a big home run. He had a home run back in the 3rd. Here comes Earl. That ought to probably do it for Homer. I think he's just seen the last of Earl today. Let's see who the Orioles can bring in now. And they'll bring in with 61 innings Dick Hall. So Dick Hall will be in. New pitcher alert here at Memorial Stadium. Palmer is done. It's 6-0 Chicago. Here's Jermaine Dye, 1 for 2 with the home run. Hendricks puts down the sign. Hall looks in. Here's the pitch to Dye. 5-5, 5 ball right field. As Frank Robinson makes the catch. And there's 2 away. Here's Carl Everett, 1 for 3. Hendricks puts down the sign. Hall looks in. Here's the pitch to Everett. 6-7, single 1-11. Nice job by Belanger. So it ends the inning, but the Sox add 2 more and a big home run by Canerco. We go to the bottom of 6. 6-0 White Sox. Hendricks followed by Buford and Belanger for the Orioles here. White Sox trying to take 2 out of 3 here in Baltimore. Persinski sets down the sign. Burley looks in. Big wind up to Hendricks. 2-9 pop the first line drive. Canerco 1 away. Here's Buford. He's 0 for 1. Persinski sets down the sign for him. Burley looks in and the wind up to Buford. 2 base hit left field. Finally, the Orioles get something going. A 1-out hit for Buford. Here's Belanger. He's 1 for 2 also. Persinski sets down the sides here. Burley working from the stretch. Run on first, 1 out. Here's the pitch to Belanger. 4-6 struck him out. 2 outs in the 6th. Here's Boo Powell. Powell 1 for 2. Persinski puts down the sign for him. Burley looks in. Here's the pitch to Powell. That's a 6-5 ball center. Rowland there. Makes the catch. Orioles strand 1. We go to the 7th. It's all good, guys. We asked the nothing White Sox. So 6-0 White Sox here in the 7th. It'll be Rowland, Creedy, and Persinski against Dick Hall. Hendricks puts down the sign for him. Hall looks in. Here's the pitch. Rowland. 4-10 gone. That's gone. Deep to left field. Looking up, and it is gone. Put on the board. Yes, Aaron Rowland, his 2nd home run of the year. And the White Sox tack 1 on here in the 7th and lead by 7-0. So Aaron Rowland's 2nd of the year. Here's Hendricks now. Goes out, talks to Hall. Boy, Hall has not been treated well. Hendricks puts down a sign for him. Hall working from the full windup. Here's the pitch to Creedy. 3-10, that's gone. Holy cow, deep to left field, looking up, and it is gone. Joe Creedy. And the White Sox now lead it 8-0. Oh, doctor, 8-0 Sox here in the 7th. Oh, back-to-back jacks for the Sox here. Hendricks puts down the sign. Hall looks on. Here's the pitch to AJ. 3-8 ground ball to first. Powell takes to the bag in the 1st out. Oh, crowd leaving in earnest here in Memorial Stadium like it's a Colt game. Hendricks puts down the sign. Hall looks in. Here's the pitch to Uribe. There's a 2-6 pop to short. Belanger's there, makes the catch, and there's 2 out. Here's Scotty Pasednik. Pasednik 1 for 4, his 5th at bat in the 7 innings so far. Hendricks puts down the sign. Ball treated poorly. 2 runs, 2 hits, both goners. Here's the pitch to Pasednik. 5-2, 5 ball left field. Blair's there, makes the catch. The White Sox add 2 in the 7th. We head to the bottom of the 7th. Not much to stretch about. 8-0 or 8-0 Sox. Holy cow. So 8-0 White Sox are in the bottom inning. See if the Orioles can find some magic somewhere. Frank Robinson, Merv, Ruttman, and Paul Blair. Persinski puts down the target for him. Burley looks in. Here's the pitch to Robinson. 4-3 ground ball to 3rd. That's Creedy. 2 throws him out, 1 away. Burley getting the ground balls. He's got defense behind him to do that. Here's Ruttman. He's 0 for 2. Persinski sets down the side. Burley looks in. Big windup and deals to Ruttman. 2-6. That's a base hit for Ruttman. Boy, he loves lefties. That's the 4th hit of the ball game for Baltimore. First for Ruttman. Here is Paul Blair. Blair 0 for 1 with a walk. Persinski puts down the sign now. Burley stretched down. He's up by 8. Here's the pitch to Blair. And that's a 4-8. Single on the 13th. Base hit Blair. Ruttman goes a second. Here come the Orioles now a little bit. First and second one out. Here's Brooks Robinson. One more hit will probably knock out Burley. This might have been his last inning anyway. Seems to be losing a little bit of mustard on the fastball. Persinski goes out and talks to him, probably giving time for this White Sox bullpen, which is deep. Persinski goes back and sets down back behind the plate, puts down the sign for him. Burley working from the stretch. Here's a pitch to Brooksy. Brooksy on a 3-5. Walked him, and that should do it for Burley. And they're sitting on the steps, and he calls timeout, and that should be all for Burley. He's up 8. He definitely doesn't want to see Burley get any more trouble than it is. I have a feeling you might see Clef Polite here in the 7th inning. He's usually the guy the White Sox will go to. Nope. They will pitch to him. 1-2. Pop the second. He's there. Gucci with the big play. How about that? They left Burley out there. Oh, they trusted him enough. And now here's Elrod Hendricks. Hendricks is 7 of 21, 3 home runs and 5 RBIs. Thinking of taking him out? No, I guess not. Boy, he's had a power surgeon's first week of the season. So Elrod steps in. Big opportunity here. Elrod is, let's see, he's a lefty. Ooh, he's a left on left, huh? Let's see what the Orioles can do here. Even though he's having a great year, does Andy Etchebarren give you anything more? Nothing real. Oh, but they do have Robert Bobby Grich, who has not had a bat yet this season. Boy, what an opportunity that'll be for the young kid out of USC. Grich looks in. Do they go to Andy Etchebarren? They want them to make a decision here. Burley is a 2R, so lefties would fare a little bit better. Etchebarren or Hendricks, and they're gonna let Ellie take the chance here. Bases loaded, 2 out, left on left. Persinski sets in the target. Burley trying to get out of this. Let's see if they leave him out there. Bases loaded. Here's the pitch. He stays. 4-5 ground ball to second. Gucci gets it. And Mark Burley comes off the mound. Big pat on the back. We played 7. White Sox lead by 8. 8-0. White Sox 8 runs, 13 hits, no errors. Orioles no runs, 5 hits, and 1 error. Big 8-run lead for the Sox as Mark Burley does the Mark Burley thing and gives you 7. Here in the 8th, a Gucci 3 for 4. What a game he's had. He'll be followed by Konerko and Dye. White Sox hitting the long ball today, 3 bombs today. Hendricks sets down the target. Hall looks in. Here's the pitch to a Gucci. And that's a 3-3 ground ball to short. Belanger's got it. Big play, 1 away. Here's Konerko. He had struggled until he hit that 2-run homer back in the 6th inning. Hendricks puts down the sign for him. Hall looks in and a big windup to Paulie Konerko. 3-7 ground ball to short. Belanger's got it. Goes to Powell for 2. Here's Jermaine Dye, 1 for 3. He had the home run back in the 3rd inning off Palmer. That kind of got things going. After a run in the 2nd, 2 in the 3rd, White Sox added 1 in the 5th, 2 in the 6th, and 2 more in the 7th, and lead overwhelmingly at this point. 8 runs, 13 hits for the White Sox, no runs, and 5 hits for the Birds. Hendricks puts down the sign for him. Hall looks on. Here's the pitch to Dye. 4-6 ground ball. The 2nd, that is Johnson. Oh, he cannot make the play with the right-hand side, and ball just got underneath the glove. So a base hit for Dye. Base hit number 14. 2 outs here in the 8th for Everett. Everett 1 for 4. Single back in the 5th. Hendricks puts down the sign for him now. Hall from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Everett. 5-11, 5-ball right field. Brooks, that is Frank Robinson. 2-5 makes the catch. And that's all for the White Sox in the 8th. Let's go to the bottom of the 8th. It's all White Sox, 8-0. Coming off an injury in the 2005 campaign, and he gets the chance to come out and show something to these White Sox, is Bobby Jenks, the longtime closer. So he'll come out and probably give a good inning for him here. Kind of give him a sneak peek what could be back in 2006 for this big right-hander. Of course, the closing position belongs to Dustin Hermanson, but with an 8-run lead, you don't need to go to him. Persinski sets in the target. Bobby Jenks looks in. Welcome back to the majors. Here's the pitch to Buford. Buford on a 6-7 and gets the strikeout. Holy cow, 1 out in the 8th. So here's Belanger. So Jenks still has that good fastball going. Persinski sets in the target now. Jenks looks in. Big windup and deals the Belanger 6-3 ground ball back to the mound. Good play there. Oh, he went under the glove and threw it away. Holy cow. And Jenks with the error and the hit. So runner on second with 1 out in the 8th. Now an 8-run lead. Here's Boog Powell. Runner on second and 1 out. Persinski sets down the target now. Jenks from the stretch. Orioles got a little something going because of the Jenks miscue. Here's the pitch to Powell. 1-11 ground ball back to Jenks. He's got it and throws out the Konerko. Runner will hold that second. 2 out in the 8th. And here's big Frank Robinson. This is a good matchup. Good fastball heater. Jenks, good fastball hitter, and Franklin Robinson. 2 outs in the 8th. White Sox by 8. Persinski sets in the target. Jenks looks in. Does he try to challenge the Hall of Famer? Here's the pitch to Frank Robinson. 1-7 struck him out. What an outing for Bobby Jenks. Welcome back to the majors. Through 8-0 Chicago. We head to the 9th. Top of the 9th here in Memorial Stadium. All belongs to White Sox so far, 2005. Leading the 70 Orioles by 8-0. This is the 3rd game of this. They split the first 2 as the starters, 4 and 5 of the rotations have gone. This is the ones, as all the ones are pitching on this day. As Palmer got roughed up a bit, and Burley pitched 7 strong innings. So here's Aaron Rowland. He's 2 for 3. Had a home run in the 7th inning off ball. Hall staying in there to take the rest of it. Probably will miss a day or two on rest. Hendricks puts down the sign. Hall looks in. Here's a pitch to Aaron Rowland. 4-4, ground ball to third. Easy enough play. Throws it out. Nicely done. Good job by Brooks Robinson. Kind of overthrew one, but Powell was right there. Big target. 1 out in the 9th. Here's Creedy. 2 for 3 with the big bomb himself in the 7th inning. That was the inning they hit back-to-back jacks, Rowland and Creedy. Hendricks sets down the sign. Hall looks in. 1 out in the 9th. Pitch to Creedy. 2-7, ground ball second. Johnson goes to Powell, and that's 2 outs in the 9th. Here's A.J. Persinski, 2 for 4 in the ball game. Single in the 2nd, 4th, popped up in the 6th, ground out back in the 7th. Hendricks puts down the sign for him. Hall with a pitch to Persinski. 4-9, deep drive right field. That could be trouble. Oh, that's deep drive center, and that is gone. A.J. Persinski, first home run of the year, 3rd hit of the game. White Sox now lead it by 9-0. White Sox getting tremendous power today. 3 home runs given up by Dick Hall today. Here's Uribe, 0 for 3 with an RBI. Hendricks puts down the sign now. Hall looks in. Here's the pitch to Uribe. 5-11, 5 all right field. That's Frank Robinson comes in, makes the catch. But the White Sox add another. We go to the bottom of the 9th. It's last licks for Baltimore as the White Sox lead 9-0. White Sox 9 runs, 15 hits, 1 error, while the Orioles no runs, 6 hits, and 1 error. Merv Ruttman, we follow by Paul Blair and Brooks Robinson. Persinski sets in the target. Vizcaino now on the mound for the White Sox. He is making looks like his 2nd appearance of the year. He's been in 1 game, 1 hit, 1 walk. Persinski sets in the target. Vizcaino with the big windup and deal to Ruttman. 5-7 and struck him out. Big 1 away. Here's Blair. 1 for 2 with a walk. Persinski sets in the target for Vizcaino. Big wide up the Blair. 5, and that's a deep drive left field. Blair, that could be trouble. Looking up, breaks the shutout. Paul Blair, that's gone. That is Blair's 3rd home run of the year, showing that great power this year. And the Orioles get one back. So Vizcaino kind of challenged Blair, and he made him pay for it. Here's Brooks Robinson, 0 for 2 with the walk so far. Persinski sets down the target now. Vizcaino with the windup. Here's the pitch to Robinson. 5-3, 5 ball left field. Pasednik's a 2-4. Should make the play and does. Easy catch for Pasednik. 2 outs in the 9th. And now here's Davey Johnson. Johnson 0 for 3 came in the game hitting .556, leading the league. Now dropped to .476 after his 2 ground outs and pop-up. Persinski sets down the target. Vizcaino looks in. Here's the pitch to Davey Johnson. 2-9, ground ball to short. Uribe to Konerko. Ball game over. The Chicago White Sox end up winning this by the score of 9-1. Again, we gave you kind of the line score earlier. White Sox have 1 in the 2nd, 2 in the 3rd, 1 in the 5th, 2 in the 6th, 2 in the 7th, and added 1 more in the 9th, led by 9. Then the Orioles had a home run in the 9th inning by Blair to make it 9-1. White Sox 9 runs, 15 hits, and 1 error, while the Orioles 1 run, 7 hits, and 1 error. Burley gets the win, goes 7 innings, 5 hits, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts. ERA goes back to 2.13 in 2 starts. Jenks comes in, makes his first start after a long term of injury, 1 inning of 1 hit. This guy came in and gave up the home run to Blair. Palmer didn't have anything. 5 in the 3rd, 11 hits, 6 runs, 6 earned, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. After that 1 hitter in game 1, ERA ballooned to 5.02. Dick Call gave him 3 2/3 innings, 4 hits, 3 runs, all home runs, 3 earned runs, 3 home runs. Doubles by Gucci and Rowland. Home runs by Konerko is 2nd, Dye to 3rd, Rowland is 2nd, Creedy to 1st, Persinski is 1st, and Blair had the home run in the 9th, was his 3rd. RBIs, Konerko had 2, gave him 7, Dye gave him 2, gave him 6. Rowland's his 1st, Creedy's 2 gave him 3, Persinski his second, Uribe his sixth, and Blair had his fourth RBI. Big hitters in the ball game for the White Sox. They had 2 guys with 3 hits. Aguchi, 3 for 5, 2 runs scored. Persinski, 3 for 5, runs scored, RBI, including that home run. And they added 3 other guys with 2 hits, 15 hits total. The Orioles with 7 hits in the ball game. Belanger was 2 for 4, and Blair 2 for 3, runs scored. Lone run, that was the home run in the 9th. Final score here from Memorial Stadium: White Sox 9, Orioles 1. The next live game, I believe, on this schedule we're going to take a look at will be from the Polo Grounds, and I'll be on another day. We'll take a look at our schedule once again, and what's going to happen is it'll be the 2016 Chicago White Sox, and they'll take on the 1954 New York Giants. Remember, we took the New York Giants team here instead of a San Francisco team. We put them in the East and moved the Braves out West, who are not liking things so far in the early going. So a big win for the White Sox. They go to 4-2. That puts them a half game in back of the Indians, while the Baltimore Orioles go to 3-3, now 2.5 back of the 98 Yankees, who have not lost yet, and they're 5-0. Again, after that, we'll have some fun. We'll see what games will be played, what new series will be available to us. Again, I was going to play that one for you guys. So then we go to Sunday's heroics. It'll be Houston. Again, these will be the 2 starters. Houston will take on Arizona. Texas will take on Houston will take on Anaheim. Should be a good series. Texas, Arizona interleague matchup. It'll be the Reds and White Sox. Should be good. So some good games we can probably pick from there. We'll probably skip a day or two and probably go to the second or third starters here. Phillies will take on the Yankees. That's a good one. That we might look at that one. That's Ruttman and Wells, and see if the Yankees are still undefeated at that point. Penny will take on Strasburg as Florida takes on Washington. Oakland will take on Tampa Bay. That's Moore and Sorenstein. Petrie will take on Candelaria. That's a lot of interleague matchups this week, as the 84 Tigers taking on the 79 Pirates. Then it's the 95 Braves and the 86 Mets. Always a great matchup. Glavine and Darlings. That's a good one. Tapani takes on Cuellar, and that's 91 Twins and the 70 Orioles. And then the Cubs will go to St. Louis in a typical matchup. That's Arrieta and Force, 82 Cards, 16 Cubs. 2019-20 Indians will go to Kansas City in a 2015 team. Kovaleski and Ventura. And then it will be San Diego playing some of their best ball, taking on the Brewers of 82. And that's Ashby and Caldwell. And then the Giants will go to Boston. How about that? The 54 Giants will visit Fenway. Ruben Gomez and David Price. A lot of good series this week. And the Dodgers will go to Toronto, as will be Royce against Key. And that is the 1992 Toronto Blue Jays. Well, folks, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate the time, everyone, for being here. Please please subscribe if you can. Appreciate everyone coming in. We'll talk to you again another night. Thank you for coming into the Stratomatic All-Time League, where we're here where baseball is not for you. And please be here nightly as we try to provide you some entertainment during the strike and even afterwards. As tonight, it was all belongs to the White Sox. They win it by the score of 9-1. Talk to you again and see you real soon.